What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another How to Watch Anime. Yeah, it's been a while. Now, in today's video, we got a juicy, spicy, hot anime, and that goes by the name Dragon Ball Z. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, we made a video back like a few months ago where we talked about our top 10 most favorite animes that I've watched personally. And I'm just saying, I'm not gonna spoil it. DBZ was pretty high on the score. Pretty high. I'm pretty sure it was pretty high. And today's video, I'm going to review it. Not only review it, tell you how to watch it, tell you where to watch it, what's the best way of watching it, and should you even watch it. Now, obviously, I gotta pay my respects. The director of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, has passed away last year, and I want to just give a few seconds to say he created one of the greatest animes of all time, if not the greatest anime of all time, and created many people's memories. Now, let's just jump right into this anime and talk about everything you should know about it from beginning to the end. Now, with Dragon Ball Z, there's a few things you should know. First of all, you gotta watch Dragon Ball first, then you have to watch Dragon Ball Z. Now, a lot of people, most of the time, they skip Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. They mostly just watch Dragon Ball Z. Not really mostly Dragon Ball Super, but you get what I'm saying. Most of the items that are available for you to watch, most people skip that. Now, skipping Dragon Ball GT is something, but skipping Dragon Ball before and watching Dragon Ball Z, I feel like you're just not really getting the full package. So I would definitely recommend watching Dragon Ball Z, then watching Dragon Ball, then watching Dragon Ball Z. Now, on the first part is how do I watch the anime? Like I told you, first watch Dragon Ball. Then when we move on to Dragon Ball Z, there's a few things you should know. First of all, there are lots, and I mean lots, of movies to watch. All right. Now, they are not bad movies. I must say this. Yes, most of them, if not all of them, are not canon. They are uncanon, but they're amazing movies that have introduced characters that have become legendary to the whole fandom for like the past, I don't know, 20 to 30 years Dragon Ball has been a thing. And with Dragon Ball Z, obviously it's an old anime. It's not a new anime. It was released back in 1999 and somewhere around there. It's an old anime, but there's a few things you should know. First of all, when you are trying to watch it, when you are trying to get the full package, there are like 20 plus movies you should 100% watch. I'm not telling you to skip them, and I'm not going to give you the chronological order, and I'll tell you why. Now, as someone who have enjoyed Dragon Ball Z a lot and have watched it quite a lot, I must tell you, once you skip out on something, once you skip out on a filler, you will feel very sad at the end of it because you don't really have the courage to watch the fillers again or watch some of the older movies that do not really relate to the main story anymore in any shape, or form, or way. So you'll feel sad and disappointed that you didn't watch the whole thing. What I'm going to tell you is very simple. Do not watch it in chronological order. It will basically ruin a lot of your personal preferences on the anime. Always go with release order. When watching any sort of anime, release order is the best order. Now, there's also another thing. There are two things. Number one, Future Gohan. And number two, Bardock. To be just quite exactly sure with you, before watching the Android Saga, where Trunks comes and visits Goku and his pals from the future, you should watch Gohan Future. Now, before also watching Goku versus Vegeta, you should watch the Bardock special. Now, some of these actually gotta say, the Bardock special is no longer the main canon story. They've now created a new canon story where Bardock is now way more, how should I say this? Way more of his like, way more of his kind, where he is really strong and he can somehow manage a great blast out of Frieza at that sort of point in time where Frieza was basically God compared to the Saiyans of planet Vegeta. Now, there's a few things I should say on how to watch it. Like I told you, watch the movies, watch the specials, watch the fillers. Do not skip out on anything. And if you feel like not really watching any of that stuff and you just want to get the main story out of the way, I recommend only watching Dragon Ball Z Kai. Alright, now, the big boy, should I watch Dragon Ball Z? If you would ask this question to anybody who hates Dragon Ball, like there are a lot of fandoms of animes and manga in general that they hate Dragon Ball Z. Like they do not like the anime, they don't like the story of it, they do not like the character and character developments. Now, I must say, as someone who not only enjoys it, is one of his favorite things that he's ever watched and plays continuously, whether it's Dragon Ball Kakarot, whether it's Dragon Ball Legends, whether it's Dragon Ball Dokkan. I played a lot of Dragon Ball games. I also love Dragon Ball Z, and I made even a game reaction to the new game Dragon Ball Z Budunkai Tenkaichi, which you guys should definitely go watch. Now, you should 100% watch Dragon Ball. But there's a thing that I should tell you: Dragon Ball Z has a lot of fillers. So, in my personal opinion, if you are trying to get the full package, you are trying to get the full Dragon Ball experience, that it will stay for you and you will love the anime so much so that you will watch GT and even Dragon Ball Super and Super Hero and all of that, you should 100% watch fillers, movies, specials, TVAs, OVAs, everything. You should watch everything. Like there's not even one decimal of content left of Dragon Ball Z that you shouldn't watch. You should watch all of it. Because the main reason is very simple. Dragon Ball Z is an anime about a character who is weak. Not strong, very weak, actually. If you compare Goku's basic level to, let's just say, Prince Vegeta at the time, it would be like comparing a child and Andras Maiev. I'm not kidding around. That's literally the comparison. And this guy becomes the strongest warrior in the world, aka the savior of the universe. So my personal opinion is definitely watch the full anime, watch everything within it. I 100% recommend you. You will love it, whether it's Goku fighting Slug, whether it's Goku fighting his brother, whether it's Goku fighting. Like, there's so many movies, or even cooler. The cooler movies are amazing. You should watch it. But if you're someone who's just trying to get it, buy it, watch the anime, know something about the story, know the main story, and go up to Super, because Super is amazing, obviously. As great, not as great as Z, but Super is amazing still. You just should watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. It has better animation, better pacing, and better quality in general. But if you're someone trying to get the full package, watch Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna tell you 100% you will not be disappointed. And plus, there's some pretty funny characters, so you should 100% watch it. It just mainly depends on which type of way you want to watch it. Whether you want to get the main story or you want to get the full package. Main story, watch Dragon Ball Z. Full package, watch Dragon Ball Z. Alright, now down to the last part of the videos. Now, I must say, you guys have done a really great job. Whether it's liking, viewing, subscribing, we have reached 114 subscribers. Yes, it's been a while since I've uploaded, but we are doing pretty well, and I want to reach that even to a next level and take it far beyond. And the thing that I want to talk about is, obviously you guys know I love Dragon Ball. I've made Dragon Ball content before, so this might be a little bit biased towards what I'm going to actually rate it, but I have a very, very great argument. Now, what's my personal rating on Dragon Ball, and what's my overall rating on the whole anime? I'm not talking about Dragon Ball Super, GT, or Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, this movie, specials, TVAs, and etc. My personal opinion as someone who has watched it from beginning to the end, I have watched everything. There's not a single little bit of Dragon Ball content out there. Believe me, I love Dragon Ball. And I have to tell you, it is the perfect anime. The reason being is very simple. A lot of people say, oh my god, here this guy goes again. Alright, fair. You might not like the fact that sometimes it could be a little bit childish. You may not like the fact that sometimes it could be overwhelming in battles. And you might not like the fact that it's an old anime. But let's take the real fact out of this, alright? Let's take a look at the elephant in the room. And that is, Dragon Ball Z is the main reason a lot of amazing animes, including the one that I'm wearing right now, exist today. You're talking about Naruto because of Dragon Ball Z. Bleach because of Dragon Ball Z. One Piece because of Dragon Ball Z. All of these world-breaking animes, they all are now a thing because of the impact of Dragon Ball Z had. This guy that made this, alright, like, I have to say, Akira Toriyama, he created a masterpiece, and I'll tell you why it's a masterpiece. It's an anime that I grew up watching, alright? I didn't just decide one day to go, you know what, I'm gonna watch Naruto, or you know what, I'm gonna start watching One Piece, or etc. Akira Toriyama created something that became a part of most people's childhoods and even adulthood. And when it comes to fan reaction, audience reaction, when it comes to most people watching, when it comes to anything, Dragon Ball Z literally competes above all. And it's not even a joke. And that's why I'm gonna rate it a 10 out of 10. Now, I know this is not realistic. I know it. It should be probably lower or somewhere around that. But I have to be realistic. Some other ways as well. That I love this anime. I think it's amazing. I think the only reason that I watch anime and make videos like this is because of Dragon Ball Z. And yes, you could watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. It's a better experience, some would say. But like I told you, if you want to get the full package, go for the full package, buddy. And with Dragon Ball Z, I mean, it's just amazing. And like I told you, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I don't want people to be spoiled when watching this movie. But one of the greatest moments of anime slash TV in general is Goku versus Frieza on Planet Namek. That saga, alright, Namek Saga was probably the greatest saga in anime history. And it's not even like, I cannot compare anything to it. Whether it's the fourth Ninja War in Naruto, whether it is the latest Sukuna versus Gojo moment in just any anime. You cannot take a single saga out of any anime and compare it with this saga. And even it's not just that saga. Cell Saga, Chef's Kiss, Buu Saga, amazing. Android Saga, amazing. There are lots of amazing sagas within Dragon Ball Z. There are lots of amazing series within movies within Dragon Ball Z. And I feel like if I just keep continuing talking about this, it may feel like I'm being biased, but honestly, it is the greatest anime of all time. There will never, will ever be a better anime than Dragon Ball Z. And like I told you, most of your favorite animes, most of your most beloved animes exist because of Dragon Ball Z. It's not like just me making this up. This is the reality. The directors, the writers of these animes that I talked about are creating their animes because of Dragon Ball Z. And that's why it is the greatest animes of all time. 10 out of 10 for me. Love it. You can hate on me. You can give me a dislike. You can tell me I'm wrong. But this is the truth. This anime is amazing. And I hope you guys liked today's video. If it is, smash the like button, subscribe. Let me know which anime should I review on another episode of How to Watch Anime. And I'll be seeing you lovely people next time. Peace out.